What's up, you guys? Trying to get this going. Sorry for all the bumpy I'm doing. You feel me? So, all right. Let's get going, you guys. Stone Paxton Music and Life. I'm back again with another one, you guys. We're going to do the boom bap. Let's see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We're going to boom bap it up. Sorry if I'm burping in you guys' ears and stuff. So, we're going to talk about NAMM a little bit too, you guys, because, yeah, we're going to talk about NAMM a little bit. Make sure I got that right. So we're going to discuss NAMM a little bit.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how.
All right, you guys. Let's, hold on. Get started on this. I want to lay that. Here we go. Boom bap. What's up, fam? DJ 360, what's happening? On that boom bap today, family. I decided to go live today. I usually will lay it and just throw it out there, but I said I'm gonna go live real quick. You feel me? All right, 360 in the house. Woo Radio. We got DJ 360 in the house, y'all. Wu-Tang Radio. Feel what I'm saying? For all of you that'll log on after I post this, when the video goes back on, that's DJ 360. That's my peeps holding down New York City, NYC in the house. Feel what I'm saying? When he's back in Vegas, I'm gonna have him in here with me in the studio. So I'm laying this boom bap. So I'm laying right now. I'm gonna lay the horn part, you guys. Oh shit! Hold on. Dang. I gotta try to keep track of my time. 360. I don't know what I did with my other phone. Oh, there it is. So if I don't keep track of my time, 360, man, listen, I'll be on here for 2-3 hours, bro. So I got to try to keep track of that time. You know me, man. I get in and start running my mouth and stuff. We'll have some more people popping in sooner or later on my live. But I just want to get this out of the way because I know a lot of times if I go live, if I don't tell people, some people might not know or they're not paying attention to their notifications. Let me see. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. We're gonna lay this horn part. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Here we go. All right, let's lay this horn. I'm doing that East Coast. I'm doing that East Coast DJ 360. It's for you, 360. Hey, 360. Hey, I'm looking over here at this camera, but really I'm trying to talk here. 360. This for you, man. Listen, when I think about my boom bap, I always think about you and Big Perm, man. I'm doing this for my East Coast brothers, man. Wu-Tang Radio, DJ 360 in the comments down there, you guys. What's up, Mystique? Cambodian Mystique in the house. First horn. Hey, 360, that's Cambodian Mystique right there in the comments. Hold on. Now, I find it funny when I'm on here, man, 360, I've been getting some cats, man. We're going to lay that hi-hat. I've been getting cats. I was talking about the metronome, like as if I'm doing wrong by having my metronome play. I'm like, man, get off my live, man. Or get off my channel with all that metronome bullshit. Talking about, man, you know, it'd be cool if the metronome wasn't playing. It'd be cool if you get your ass off my channel worrying about my metronome playing. You feel what I'm saying? So listen, you guys, I didn't go to the NAMM, and it's a whole story. I'm probably going to do a whole video about NAMM because I'm definitely going to have to explain what happened with NAMM and why I didn't show up to NAMM. Yeah. Camo Queens. Cambodian Queen. Okay. He's talking to you, Cambodian Speak. Yeah. I'm going to explain. I'm going to do another video talking about NAMM, you guys, and why I didn't show up. It's a long story, man, but I'm going to make it short on another video that I'll do. Hi-hat. Hey, you know, hold on for a second. So 360, I had a dude come in here, commented on one of my videos. I don't know what I'm learning about. That's the first horn, by the way. What I'm learning about YouTube is, as long as I've been on here, is you get all these weird people. You'll get some people that'll create a channel and cassettes and records. What's happening, family? I'm doing good. How you doing? I'm on here running my mouth, and then I'll do another video talking about why I didn't get to make it to one of the most incredible days in music history at the NAMM convention with Akai. Something happened where Akai had me set up to be there. They had already sent me an invitation to go. I usually speak there every year. I canceled my speaking engagement at the NAMM to make sure I was going to down, but I'll talk about that on another video. But I'm talking about some of the guys that I get here on YouTube. And on YouTube, you can't win for losing. And the reason why I say that is sometimes you can't please everybody on YouTube. For all you content creators, you're going to get those trolls who are going to create YouTube pages to get on here to annoy you. They're going to create YouTube pages to comment and say things because they're not doing what they want to do. That's the only thing I could think of. Maybe they're not doing what they really want to do. Yep, they're not really doing what they really want to do. So instead, they'll see somebody doing it. And we've all kind of been guilty of kind of having our own opinions about people. We're all human, right? And I kind of have to look at that. Like when people leave comments, that's why I say if you get on my channel with the bullshit, you're going to get blocked. I have no problem with blocking people. There's a freedom of speech, but it's not free on my channel and be negative. So this dude don't know anything about my history. I thought it was incredible. I did that native instruments with the Kaya native instruments. Now I'm doing a trap beat. Now we all know trap beats is not complicated. It's all simple melodies, all simple stuff. Nothing complicated at all. So this dude watches me do that and he comes back with a comment. Yeah, man, that little tinker toy stuff you playing, man, you probably can't play no chords. He knows nothing about me. But I think he was bothered because guess what? That beat was dope. I don't care what nobody says. That was a dope beat. And I know there's a lot of guys on YouTube who are unhappy. Their life is probably not doing what it's supposed to do. So they'll get on the channel and think that they can not clout, but they think they control a person. And they wouldn't do it in person. If that person met me in person, they wouldn't troll me because, you know, it'll be a man-on-man situation and we'd be getting down. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's how I've always rolled. Music and you know, getting in that ring, right? So you're gonna get the trolls. That's part of the game. But the power and the beauty of YouTube is you can block them. You can do that and they're never gonna be on your channel again. It's sad that you have people like that, but some people are just really unhappy with their lives or they're not as talented as they would pretend to be. 360 said, oh, okay. Okay, DJ 360. What'd you say, 60? Equipment, you can show your, yeah. DJ 360 say when you can demo equipment, you show your skills, they wouldn't set you up if they don't believe in you. Yeah, 360. Real talk. Real talk, family. You know, I think guys are bothered by people's skill on YouTube. Some people are really, really good on YouTube. Some people are whack. I mean, it is what it is. This is no in between with this. You're good or you're not. Or you become good. You can become good if you really want it bad enough. You know what I'm saying? Cambodian Mystique said, your mother said you must be doing it. Yeah, my mom did say you're doing the right thing. Whenever people seem to be paying attention to you, are always talking, obviously you're doing the right thing. That's something my mom used to always say. Cassettes and records said, Stone, keep being you. If you weren't doing something great, we wouldn't have found your channel. That is super duper 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 awesome. Thank you, brother. Listen, and I deal with some of the most incredible people. I've just partnered up with Angie Stone. Me and my big brother, Vasal Benford, we're helping Angie Stone with some different stuff in business. Some incredible stuff is about to happen. I deal with everybody, you guys. I'm not just a dude sitting on YouTube making beats. You know what I'm saying? I have a long history in this business. But if you come into my channel, you would know that because I don't really talk about myself like that. Although I do start my channel most of the time saying I'm 54 years old because I want the youngsters to understand. My channel is about the OGs. My channel is about showing my OGs, the guys like me and older, that we can still do this and inspiring the younger people to look at us and go, man, if these cats are still doing this, maybe I have hope for the future. So I tell young cats, if you can survive in the music industry and get to the age where I'm at or my buddies, my other OGs are, then you've done something. The thing is, most of y'all ain't making it past 28, the way it's going now, even in the rap game, all these young rappers passing away. So if you can learn discipline and respect and you can survive in this game as long as we have, then you're going to be in this game a long time. Nobody can dictate your history because the respect for others will allow you to still be in this business. So this is one reason I have a high regards to respect for everybody. It don't matter who it is. I respect all. And I don't go to people's YouTube channels saying crazy stuff because it's too easy to get caught up in that. If I don't have nothing to say, if I see a YouTube channel and something I don't like, I just keep it moving. I don't go under the comments and decide I want to, or go create a fake YouTube page so I can go comment. That really shows the character of people that do that. That means you're full of shit anyway, because if you got to go and make up a page and pretend to be somebody else, you're full of it anyway. Anyway, with that said, I'm going to, let's lay this other horn part, you guys. And do that again. Yeah. That's that East Coast. DJ 360 in the house, y'all. Paulo, what's happening, family? Hey, Paulo, did you get to make it to NAMM? Because I missed it. I usually speak every year, but this year, Paulo, I said I wasn't going to speak, so I canceled my speaking engagement with the organization that I usually speak on, the Making Money, Making Music panel at the NAMM, because I wanted to focus on the Kai situation. And bro, I didn't get to make it. I'm so mad, man, because all of my boys were there. All of my industry cats were there. Cats was looking forward to seeing me, man, and I missed it by default. I'm going to do a video talking about it, man. I'm so upset about it, Paulo. I'm still disappointed about it, family. Hey, Paulo, let me know if you want to go next year. Because if you want to go next year, I'll put you on with my company. If you want to go next year, let me know for sure, and I'll set you up, family, all right? Next horn, you guys. Let me play this with the other two horns that I did. Hold on. So I've already laid two other horns, you guys, and the hi-hat. Here we go. I need a, and you know, these native instrument sounds are crazy. We're gonna lay another string. Let's lay this string, you guys. This sound is off of the new sounds they have with native instruments. I like these sounds. No, this one, sorry. This one is Juno. My apologies. Wrong. This is Juno. Let's lay this here. This is the Juno, but I want to add some of those sounds that are off of the native instrument new plugins, because they got some crazy stuff, yo. Okay, let's lay that. bap I'm doing is there's no samples from a record or nothing. This is just all an original boom bap I did. No chop up like I've been doing lately. You guys been seeing me do. But I love to take a record and my thing is in 360. I don't know if you watched my other videos, but I've been chopping up records, but I don't tell people what the chops are because I'm trying to see how good people's ears are and if they're catching on to, if they notice what chops those are, if they're paying attention and they can tell. And nobody's been able to land, although records and cassettes had given me a song to chop up. And I forgot to ask you also, Mpxone, what's happening, family? Never snitch a sound. Exactly. Hey, Mpxone, straight up though. That's real talk. Listen, hey, they trying to figure out what I sampled, but I won't tell them. Cassettes and Records asked me to do a song. I can't even remember what song it was, but I took it and chopped it up. I'm gonna ask Cassettes and Records, when I chopped it up, could you tell it was that same record that you asked me to chop up? Now, I love not telling people because my thing is if you can't figure it out, once again, like my boy just said, Mpxone said, never snitch on the sample. Exactly. Hey, and you know the funny part about the whole thing is there was a time where, and record companies still do it, there was a time in the music industry where cats was chopping up samples and you couldn't there's a lot of records that are out right now, I kid you not, that have samples in it and you would never know because the producer was so dope at chopping it. You didn't even notice what it was. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, it's some beauty in that too, because if you can chop up a sample and nobody knows what it is, it says a lot about you as a producer. Okay, Cassettes and Records said that he couldn't tell what it was, and I did that because he asked me to chop up this particular record, and my thing is I'm gonna chop it up, but nobody's gonna know what it is because I'm not gonna tell them unless they were paying attention to his comment. School hit the button. What's happening, family? I'm doing a boom bap. DJ 360 said, "You speaking truth." Hey, you guys. Cassette and Records, Jay Dilla. Okay, yeah, it was the Jay Dilla. Cassettes and hey, you guys, listen. DJ 360, my boy DJ 360 from NYC. He is official DJ for Wu-Tang Radio. Make sure you guys follow his YouTube channel at the bottom. He's an official DJ for Wu Radio back on the East Coast. They actually interviewed me when I was out there performing. They actually brought me into the studio and interviewed me on Wu Radio. It was an honor. Now that I think about it, I didn't realize how big of a deal that was. It was a big deal because 360, I saw that, Wu was out here, but I saw that they had launched the official Wu Radio. They did like official launch party out here in Vegas. I thought you were going to come. So it was an honor to be interviewed on Wu-Tang Radio by my boy DJ 360 and Big Perm. It was an honor, and I do not take it lightly, man, because Wu-Tang is historical, and to be able to walk into their facility because that was their actual studio. My boy Jimmy, which is their manager, Jimmy's still their manager, right? 360, I think he is. Last time I talked to him, Jimmy's an Asian cat. He invited me there. They interviewed me. And this is actually Wu-Tang's recording studio, and it's where they do some of the production. It's where their radio station resides. That was in Jersey somewhere, but it was an honor, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I like this vibe, you guys. Hit the button. So this is no sample chop up. This is all just an original boom bap, you guys. Nothing. Mpxone said Karma and Patreon, they are, oh, okay, gotcha. Karma and Patreon, they are rappers from Brazil. They do a great job as producers and beat makers, especially when it comes to cutting samples and leaving them unrecognized from the original record. Man, I love that, brother. I don't know. Loopmatic, I don't know if this is your first time following my channel or checking me out, but if not, go back and look at some of them other videos. If it is your first time, check out some of them other boom baps I did and check out the chop ups and tell me what you think about them, family. I really try to hide it and do something. And then I play stuff on top of my samples to really enhance it, to try to take it somewhere else where you don't, I got to check those guys out you just told me about too. Hello, Un. Welcome to Stone Paxton Music and Life. Chef Banner's in the house. 360, yeah, all day long, 360. Come on, man. You're incredible, brother. You're incredible DJ. You and Big Perm, you guys held me down. New York City. Okay, yeah, Loopmatic, please do, family. I love to see your thoughts on those chop ups. Now, I've been chopping since the 80s, but I play a lot of stuff, right? So somebody had the reason why I went on this whole safari of chopping up beats was some dude inboxed me, some young cat, and he was like, I always see you doing original stuff, but don't seem like you can chop up, like you can't sample and chop. And I was kind of offended low key with what he said. And I was like, nah, man, I can chop. I just don't do it. But I grew up when chopping started. So why would I not be able to chop? So I said, let me show this young cat. I don't just do R&B or funk or trap. I can chop up stuff too. I can do it as good as anybody else. So that's why I started doing more chop ups like this. And I'm going to keep doing it because what I'm noticing is for some reason, cats don't really want to see too much. Like when I'm doing R&B stuff and I'm the chords and creating that, people pay attention, but I'm noticing they don't pay attention like they do when you chop up. For some reason, this generation loves to see the chop up. They love to see the hip hop chop up. So I said, I'm going to start doing more than that. More of that. And I'm not going to do less of the R&B stuff. I'm just going to do more of the chop up because it seems like the younger generation, they love it, man. I don't know. I guess they don't want to see original stuff. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Loopmatic. I guess they love it, bro. Like, I'm over here technical. I'm cording it out. And you know what I'm saying? I'm, trying to show, Stone can create, and Cats is like, ain't trying to hear all that, man. We want the chop up or we want trap. It's either trap or chop up. It's like there's a big gap missing. They don't care about the R&B. They either want the trap or the chop up. And so I'm going to give them what they want, man. And as an OG, for us to be able to do this and still sound good is a big deal because the younger generation, they're all about the swag. If it don't sound right, they're going to let you know. So for us old school cats to still be able to do this and still sound good at doing it, we got to hold that flag up for all the other OGs who are trying to do this and still be in this business and make it. So I represent all of us OGs for the younger generation, showing the younger generation, we still got it, man. Just because we older don't mean we can't blaze when it comes to doing this, right? Now I did this other chop up, right? And I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it now. Hold on, you guys. I'm not gonna play it now, but listen, when I tell you I took this one sample and I chopped it up, I'm gonna turn it into a record. I'm actually gonna write a song to it. When I tell you that it's crazy, it's turned out to be a super dope, like R&B kind of vibe. I'm going to turn it into like this R&B vibe. But I took it and chopped it up, man. When I play it for you guys, maybe I'll do it on the next video. I'll bring it up and I'll play it. That's what I'll do tomorrow. I might, not tomorrow, because yeah, maybe tomorrow. I might post it tomorrow. But when you hear it, none of you guys going to know what sample it is. But when I tell you it's incredible, man, it's super incredible. Mystique said, you can create in your sleep Bong, that's what they don't know. Yeah, absolutely, Mystique. Yeah, a lot of people are learning me. Chop ups cause what you say. 360 said chop ups cause the attention. He said chop ups because the attention sparks. Love that instant boom. Yeah, man. Chef Banner said, "What you do best, Bong. Waste no energy in those. Have no appreciation for music production." Uh, hey, Major, what's happening, family? On you're right. Chef Banner made a great statement. Listen, they do. Here's the problem. Here's the problem, Chef Banner. They actually do. But the problem is we're in a generation of narcissism where everybody feels like they good at everything. I mean, everything. I mean, it don't matter what it is. Basketball, soccer, football, producing, singing, rapping. You got a rapper every corner, like a church in the black neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? The liquor stores in the black neighborhood. Everybody's a rapper. Your cousin, your uncle, your neighbor next door, the mailman, right? Problem that comes with that is it creates a higher level of narcissism. So then everybody loses appreciation for those that are actually talented because they feel like they're just as good as you. Now, with the age of the computers and all the digital stuff, where now, back in the day, only 1% of the general public actually use recording studios. It's even less than that now because now you can spend about $500 or $600 and you got a whole recording studio on your computer, right? So it has created just a high level of narcissism to where there's no respect for nobody. These cats don't, like, this generation don't care. I'm just as good as you. I got a loop. I got a program with tons of loops, man. I'm as dope as you. It didn't matter if you spent 30 years. That's the way they think. They don't care. The only way that it changes is when you're in the room with them, when a musician or a producer's in the room with them and you're side by side or it's a beat battle and they got to create something from scratch. Because you got to understand, most cats would prefer to create music by themselves with nobody around. Reason why most cats can't do this and do it quick. They can't get in a beat battle and create off the top of the head because on a beat battle, you got to go off the top of the head. Most cats will sit at home and they got two cats. Now it's two cats producing, right? One dude to do something, he'll pass the laptop, and the other dude to put a sample and drag it. That's beat making now. Notice I didn't say producing. That is how beat makers are doing now. So those same cats couldn't battle a Jermaine Dupri. Those same cats, and I'm going to tell you why. Those same cats couldn't battle a Rodney Jerkins. Those same cats couldn't battle a Dr. Dre. Those same cats couldn't battle a Battle Cat. Those same cats could not battle a Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, a Babyface. I'm just saying, because even Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis chop up. They're the kings of chopping up, but they also play and they embellish around it. So when you put those cats, the same ones that have all these comments in a room with a proficient producer who can chop or who can create fast, and they're next to each other and they say, okay, on your mark, get set, go. Those cats are going to freeze up, man. I'm telling you what I know. They're going to freeze up. The same cats that talk all that smack are going to freeze up because they don't have the experience of creating like live. Like I'm sitting here creating live. I've been doing this for years. Clients come in the studio. I create their music right in front of them. I don't tell them, hey, man, come back in 2 hours or I'm going to send you a beat. Now, there's some people where will ask me to send them a variety of tracks or beats. But for the most, I like working with clients where you sit down with me face to face and we talk, we chop it up. I pick up your vibe and then I get on this MPC while you're sitting here and I create from scratch. That's rare. Trust what I'm saying. 90% of most of these young cats are not creating on the spot in front of cats because it takes them too long to do it. So because their ego is more powerful than the talent. You understand what I'm saying? 360 straight up. Yeah. So Luke Maddox said, life is more about failing and being average and getting it right and creating something good. Only sometimes this narcissistic wave is something that has come through compliancy, and easy access. Sorry, brother. I got to change my glasses up. So sometimes if I'm skipping over words, that's why I had to blow this up. You know what? Loopmatic, you're 100% correct. Hey, I'm looking at my fade, man. Make sure my hair, I cut my hair, y'all. Make sure my fade is right. This side here, hold up. Make sure I'm good. I cut it yesterday, y'all. I gotta make sure my fade, my hair is looking cool. Loopmatic, I appreciate you, brother. You know, that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? The narcissistic wave is something that has come through compliancy and easy access. Absolutely. You know, what's happening, DL? What's the word? Loopmatic, you are 100% correct. And so that's the issue we have. They'll go to DL's channel. They'll go to Loopmatic's channel and A Major's channel, and cats might say negative stuff. And they don't even know this brother. This brother, proficient player. He plays keys. They might go to Mystique's channel, say something. DL's channel, say something. But what they don't understand, they might not know Loopmatic's history. Loopmatic could have made some hits, and he's just one of them quiet producers who just don't like to be in the limelight. I mean, look at my history. Cats don't know what I've done because I don't talk about myself. But this generation will bash on us and bash on people without no experience, no knowledge, not even taking the time to read a person's channel. Because what I'm noticing is people don't even go to your channel and read the channel and say, oh, man, okay, Loopmatic's been in the game for a minute. DL's been in the game for a minute. Cambodian Mystique or A Major Keys. Let me read through their bio. Oh, they've been in the game for a minute. Wait a minute. Let me, before I go on their channel bashing them, let me be careful. You feel what I'm saying? And it don't matter what nobody say. It's just like I see a lot of people bashing Timberland. It doesn't matter about bashing Timberland because Timberland has accomplished things that most producers will not accomplish in this day and age. So you got to give respect. He's earned that respect, and you got to give that respect up because the man has earned it. And so you got to take your hats off to him and give him that respect. You feel what I'm saying? So I say what I say because I'm trying to bridge a gap of understanding and conversation with the younger generation and the older generation of producers. So at least we can talk. If we can talk, then we can have these kind of conversations where we can help each other understand why we want to hate on another cat. We can just, like the big brother or the uncle, be like, hey, man, don't be hating on that cat because he's doing what he's doing. Focus on your talent, become really, really good. When you're really good at what you do, your work comes, people talk about you. People will talk about you. You don't have to talk about yourself. Look fine with new shades, looking fresh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chef Banner. I appreciate that. Mystique said those people need to show respect because creating music ain't that simple like some people think. Takes talent, it's gifts. Just because Bong makes it look easy. Yeah, hey, listen. Hey, Loopmatic, where you on the East Coast? You got to be on the East Coast, Loopmatic. Mystique, thank you for that. That's true. Loopmatic, you on the East Coast, right? Yeah, Loopmatic. He remind me of my homeboy. Hey, 360, you know he from the East Coast. Yes, sir. Yeah, you guys. So, man, I don't know, man. I love meeting new producers. I love chopping it up with new cats, as well as all the projects that I have on the table that I'm working on. So many incredible projects I'm working on, you guys. I'm just happy to still be doing music in this game and be in this game. Lumatic, you from Brazil. Brother Bless, welcome to my channel, man. Thank you so much for stopping in, family. I appreciate you. I have some family somewhere in Brazil. I don't know where, but they're in Brazil. DL said Timberland is at a point where he can facilitate making hit music, and they act like he can't turn on his equipment and get busy. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. You know why? Because everybody wants the glory to bash somebody important. It's like a new thing. Like I'm gonna bash an important producer to clout chase and make myself look good. That's the issue. You feel what I'm saying? And that's something that we gotta change. That's something that we gotta change. You know what I'm saying? It just has to stop, man. We gotta embrace all the old school heads and all the legends. We gotta embrace. If it weren't for Timberland, there's just certain styles of production he came up with, a lot of cats made money off of copying Timberland. So you got to give him his respect, man. You got to give everybody their respect. Cassette and records, what did you say? Oh, okay. You retracted it. Okay. So look, that's a simple boom bap right there, you guys. I wasn't trying to, be on here forever, but listen, let me tell you something though. Man, I appreciate you guys. Hold on. Cassette and records says, Stone, are you going to do interviews with other YouTube producers and artists? Cassette and records. If you notice, there's a video I did with, I'm a former member of the Rick James Stone City Band. So I did a video with the fellas from the band and talked to them and told them how I appreciated them having me as part of the band. I'm no longer with the band, but I still produce records for them. I left the band a while ago, but I had them on the show and I talked to them, and I am going to do other interviews. I do have a podcast where I talk, it's Stone Paxton Music and Life, the Couch Podcast, and I talk about all things music. I do plan to have other artists, not just major artists, but independent artists that are trending, that are doing things I'm going to interview on my channel. So yes, I do plan to do that, you guys. James, what's happening, brother James? Thank you for stopping in. You missed a little element, man. I've been live for a minute. Showman. Showman. Yeah, straight up, man. They got to, we got to start showing love, man. Hey, 360, thank you, family. DL said Timberland seems to really enjoy making pop music. He really, really likes it. I think that's why the urban music listeners are taking him for granted, because he's working in a different genre. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you think about it, he's kind of done with Nelly Furtado and Justin Timberlake. He touched on that years ago, but I feel what you're saying, DL. He is doing more than normal. And the reason why he's doing that, he's a smart cat. That's where the money is at. You feel what I'm saying? Not that the money is not into the hip hop, but I just think Timberland knows his lane now and where his power is. And he's taking it, he's running with it, man. And all respect to Timberland, all respect to any producers. I am not going to allow nobody to bash industry producers, because we paved the way, whether you want it or not. And like my boy on here from Brazil, right? Hold on, I got something to say. Loopmatic. Loopmatic, when you think about the hip hop culture, it started in the US. It started in the 70s. We started this in urban African American community. It started with African Americans needing an outlet to voice their experiences and what they were going through in their community. And hip hop is the birth, is a result of the community, the urban community, the streets, the elements, all that. And the producers, the real talk on that, most of the producers that were doing hip hop earlier were not proficient musicians. So they took this machine and they had a hell of an ear, and they turned these MPCs into an instrument. Roger Lynn used to say, this machine was meant to be played like an instrument. Them cats from New York City was using the MPC, and they was playing them like an instrument. And Dr. Dre from the West Coast was using it and playing it like an instrument. So hip hop culture has started in the African American community, and it has crossed over. It's crossover now too. And I'm glad that the original origins of hip hop hasn't been tainted with the chop ups and just the organic element of it. It can't be tainted no matter what. And that's what I love about it. But I'm seeing communities use it and acting like it started in their community. I'm seeing, cats that are doing hip hop that might not be African American. It doesn't matter who does it. But I do agree and know that our contribution to hip hop has to be given back to the African American community, whenceforth it started. Period. And then we can tap into all other styles of music too. We have created a culture through the music, through the swag. And I love when I see it all over the world. Like my boy Loopmatic, he's in Brazil. They on the hip hop, man. I love that. I think that shit is beautiful. You know what I mean? Because it has crossed, because back in the 70s, there wasn't no hip hop. Cats wasn't rocking hip hop in Brazil or any other countries. You feel what I'm saying? They would, if they got a hold of some hip hop vinyl, Everybody and their family and friends were listening to it because it would have been considered rare. So now with the internet has created access for people to reach out and grab into the urban community and swag out the braids, the hair, the clothes, the sagging of the pants. The hip hop community has touched the world, and I love it, man. And these conversations are the conversations we got to have to keep the essence of hip hop intact and to keep the respect level so that the younger generation I'm talking about in the future can have this same conversation with the next generation because they want them to listen. And this is imperative for younger generation for you guys to listen to what the OGs have to say, because you're going to want cats in the future to listen to what you have to say, because you're going to feel like you done paid your dues. So you're like, yeah, the cat got to listen to me because I've earned it. That's all I'm saying. We just have to be able to have a conversation, and we can agree, we can disagree to agree, right? You guys agree with that? Listen, let's see. 360 said, we need to interview you about this. Yeah, 360, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready whenever you're ready. Chef Banner said, artists around the world all replicate black hip hop and bong and rap style and genres of music. And Mystique said, yes, credit and respect to the true story. Absolutely. Absolutely, Chef Banner. Cambodian artists, listen, the Korean artists, the Japanese artists, some of these Japanese artists are singing better than American singers. I'm just keeping it real, man. Like, they took the R&B stuff and went to a whole nother level. There's a lot of rappers. And this is what I love about hip hop. And this is what I love about other countries. Like Brazil, when they do the hip hop, in Spain, they keeping that shit about the origins of hip hop. They do not taint it. They're talking about stuff in their communities. The cats from Germany, the same thing. They're talking about things from their community. And that's what I love about it, is they respect it actually more than a lot of American young artists, because the black artists in America, most of them have thrown away the history of hip hop. They don't want to know about it. They just want to be trap artists. They don't care about the chop up, the boom bap. They don't care about the history of hip hop. Some of them are just now learning about it. But you can go to Japan, Brazil, Spain, and other countries, and they'll tell you about African Bambaataa. They'll tell you about the records, the liner notes. They know all about it because they studied the culture and the history of hip hop, and they're living it in their communities. In Brazil, there's some rough communities in Brazil. They live in that hip hop life for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they ain't just false flagging. They in there for real. They live in it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, Brazil also has the bloodline of Africa in it. You understand what I'm saying? So Brazil is living that. The Spanish and the African, they're living that. They're living that life, them communities. So when a lot of them cats from Brazil, I've heard rappers from Brazil, they writing some real shit. They're writing about their experiences in their community. So they took hip hop so they can tell their story. They're using it in the proper way. But American black artists, a lot of them have walked away from hip hop, and now it's trap hop. Trap hop. You know what I'm saying? So bridging the gap with putting the understanding of hip hop. Look at hip hop like the history book. Like when we learn American history, we're forced to learn it in school, right? And then, of course, black history. And then they possibly might be taking some of that out of schools. We don't know. But my point is hip hop, look at hip hop like it's something that you got to go through a history class and learn about if you want to be a better rapper. I don't care if you're a trap rapper. Learn about the history of hip hop so you understand it, and it'll help you become a better rapper logistically. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you, Brother Jay. Yo, that's my boy. Make sure y'all follow my boy. He's one of the dopest rappers out of Houston, man. James right there at the bottom. He's a dope rapper, man. Good brother too, man. Solid. Follow his YouTube channel. He got some he's always dropping hot stuff, but he's one of the artists I'm talking about. See, he understands the history of hip hop. He can do trap. He can do the mainstream, organic, old school hip hop. He can do whatever because he understands the history. He studied the history of hip hop, so he understands that. You feel what I'm saying? Chef Banner said hip hop is big in Cambodia those days. Yeah. Well, yeah, hip hop is more big in Cambodia now than more than ever. Back then, Cambodians wasn't buying hip hop records. They wasn't buying hip hop like that in the 80s and the 70s. They wasn't even thinking about hip hop. They were, and here's the thing to think about, you guys. I'm gonna shock everybody, okay? Because I know I've been on here for a minute, but I'm not gonna make it too long. This is something for everybody to think about. When you think of Japan, think of what their traditional music is. I want you, when you get off of this live, I want you to go and look up Japanese traditional music. Also, go look up Chinese traditional music. Also, go look up Cambodia traditional music. Go look up every country and look up what their traditional music was. It wasn't hip hop. But this shows you the power of what hip hop has done. So all I'm saying is, you know, you got white artists doing R&B or hip hop. Just show the respect back to the community and where it came from. Don't act like it's yours and you created it. The Chinese artists that are doing the R&B pop, but they changed the name, call it K-pop so they can make it their own. Shit like that kind of pisses me off. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the hell out of a lot of K-pop artists. I just would love to see the K-pop artists in interviews talk about how they're inspired. Because guess what? 90% of the producers that are producing the K-pop records are black. I know because my boy Teddy Riley produces a lot of those records. Me and Teddy talk all the time. Teddy produces a lot of those K-pop records. I've had companies come to me and my boy Rufus to produce and write K-pop records. So they're utilizing our culture, but they're not giving the respect. They're not giving the respect. You know, the K-pop guys, all that is New Edition in Asian form. Troop in Asian form. The Temptations in the Asian form. So if you look at their traditional music and go back down the timeline with all these countries, you didn't see them doing this in the 80s. I could see if there was a history of them doing it back then, but they're in the 80s, Chinese artists wasn't, and Koreans wasn't, Cambodians wasn't, none of that. That's how powerful black culture is, you guys, that it has influenced the world and everybody wants to be it, but nobody wants to talk about what made them want to be that. Nobody says, man, I'm inspired by NWA, man. I'm inspired by Wu-Tang, man. You don't hear them saying this. And that's the stuff that drives me crazy because that's how people's history gets erased. Black history's been erased enough. We can't have our music history be erased. And then the younger generation is already erasing it by throwing away our music and not supporting the blues and the jazz or the original hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Only when they feel like it benefits them is when they support it. So as a community, as African Americans, one thing we got to remember is our culture is connected to our music. Mexicans will never let salsa merengue and their music go, right? Their traditional music, right? Latinos will never let cumbia, merengue, salsa, and all the styles of music go ever. White folks ain't letting rock music go, even though it started with black people that created it. They ain't letting country go at all, even though it started in the black community. So all I'm saying is we got to give credit what credit is due. I deal with nothing but all the heavyweight cats in the game, all of them. I've been in the music industry for years. So when I talk, if I was amongst my peers in the industry, they'd be saying, man, Stone he's speaking the Bible. All I'm saying is the concept of what I was saying earlier about the narcissism has a lot to do with other countries too, not giving credit to African Americans. So even though they don't give the credit, it's beautiful and it's flattery when they steal, but it's not cool when they don't mention that they are influenced by our culture, because once again, go look up their traditional music back from the 80s and the 70s, and it's not going to be no goddamn hip hop. Now, yes, I said it. All right. D360 say, we got you, Stone. However, I meant to let you know before the shout outs, we not on the Woo station right now. I appreciate next interview opportunity. No, it's a done deal. It don't matter, family. You know, I'm with you guys one way or the other. Dio said, it will blow your mind to realize that most of the music that is made, you like your favorite rappers in the last 30 years is music from, hey, DL, real talk. Because you know what? Here's a prime example. Like the song I produced on Mila J. That song is from the freaking 80s, late 70s, early 80s. Welcome to the West. It's Heartbreaker by Roger Troutman. I reproduced that. You're right. Either they're sampling it or it's being replayed and you're 100% correct. It shows the power, right? Showman Williams said, Shamari said, yes. Luke Maddox said, hip-hop is a culture that talks to different ethnicities, Afro-Americans who talk to Latinos, men who talk to Asian men, who talk to European men, not boys talking to boys, men talking to men. Hey, Loopmatic, thank you, family. You know what? I appreciate you saying it that way because you are 100% correct. But I also got to say, Loopmatic, with all due respect, because I love what you said. I like how you talk. I love it. You're 100% correct. But we will not erase the culture. That shit started in our community here in America. So you're right. Everything you said is 100% correct. It does talk to different ethnicities, Afro-Americans who talk to Latinos, man, but it started in the black community. So it might talk to different ethnicities, but it started in the black community. We cannot erase that. This is a conversation we got to have. It's kind of like when black people start talking about how they're being done, and then, you know, people that are not black, the first thing they say is, oh, here we go again. Slavery's over with. So with that said, I'm going to say this about that situation. We can't erase. I like what you said, but I will reiterate again. We got to give the credit to the African-American community here in America because it started with us. It wouldn't be no hip hop in Brazil. It wouldn't be no hip hop in Japan. Nobody be able to bite and copy. It was created here in America. So I hope you seem like a very sharp guy in your community. I hope you remind the gentleman that you deal with that this hip hop started in America and it started in the black community. I hope you're really sharing that. And just to educate the guys, man, because we gotta pay respects. I know all the guys from African Bambaataa and Kumo D and all the old school heads. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are conversations these guys have. They just want to be appreciated for the stuff they've done, the treads that they made in the road for the future. So we can't erase. Although that music, you're right, Loopmatic, is used for conversation within the Latina community, the Asian community, and other communities, but it would not have been a conversation if the culture was never created with the music, brother. Y'all wouldn't even be able to do it in Brazil. Let's keep it 100. I love you for saying what you said, but let's keep it 100, fam. Loopmatic said definitely started with the black community. Absolutely, family. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. And Loopmatic, let me tell you something, man. I appreciate you, brother, because I had this other brother come get on here from Brazil. I forgot his name. Every cat I have from Brazil has always been cool as shit, brother. And like I said, I got family somewhere in Brazil. Now I'm going to have to reach out and figure out what part of Brazil they're in. So you're like family, brother, and I appreciate you, brother. Please make sure you stop in every time I'm live. I thank you for your comments. I thank you for your engagement, brother. You said some really super dope things that sparked me to say other things. Thank you so much. Listen, you guys, I've held you long enough. That's the boom bap for the day. Just an original boom bap. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this channel with some other people, man. Cassettes and records. I'm going to be doing some interviews. I'm going to be selectful with the artists and picky because they gotta be doing something. They gotta be making some kind of waves with their music within the community. I'm not just going to be interviewing anybody. You feel what I'm saying? But I am going to have some interviews of celebrities and some other folks on here. But we're going to keep this music rocking. Appreciate you, Loopmatic, Shamari, DJ 360, Cambodian Mystique, Chef Vanna. Who else is on here? DL, Brother James. Y'all make sure y'all follow my brother James and follow Loopmatic too, y'all. Come on now. We all follow each other. It's about supporting the community, you guys. We all follow each other. We all support each other. We can't build nothing in life without us truly supporting each other. Loopmatic, if I'm not following you when I get off of here, I'm going to follow you, family. James, I'm going to follow you too, man. Listen, peace and love. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can follow you right now. If it'll let me follow you now. I'm going to go to your channel and follow you right now. Okay, I just subscribed to you, Loopmatic. I just subscribed to your channel. And Jay, let me follow you too. Cassettes and records, I don't know. I think I follow you already. If not, I'm gonna follow you also. I want to keep in touch with you guys and everything that you guys are doing. I want to support you guys because you guys support me, man. And I appreciate the love and you taking your time out to do this. James, let me follow you. 360, do I follow you? I think I do. If not, let me follow you too. I should. Yeah, I think I follow you, 360. Okay, hold up. Let me Let me, hold on. Shit. Hold on. All right. Let me make sure I follow James. Where you at, Jay? I'm trying to find you. It's like you disappeared. Did you log out? Shit, I don't see you. I'll find you and follow you. Listen, Stone Paxton Music and Life, Stone Paxton MPC Connoisseur, thank you guys for stopping in. Man, thank you for the great conversation. Luke Maddock, thank you for all the stuff you said. Brother, you're sharp. You ever come to the USA, you got to stop through the studio so I can interview you, brother, because I love your energy, family, all right? 360, hit me up. Let me know. Let's go, you guys. Catch you on the next video. And I'm out. Now, let's see if I'm good at ending this because I always have a hard time. All right. Peace.